Hey guys, Jax here. I am on the road in the Corvette driving around, and I wanted to talk a little bit today about the current trends in automotive styling, because to be quite honest, they baffle me. Especially, let's be straight to the point here. The Japanese automakers, what are they doing to cars? I mean, seriously, credit where credit is due. The American car companies, pretty much all of them now, are making some extremely good-looking cars. In fact, they have a few models each, I would wager, that are incredibly good-looking. You know, Chevy obviously released the Stingray a couple years ago, and it was just amazing looking, except for all the, 60-year-old men who are like, what happened to the round taillights? I can't drive a Corvette that doesn't have round taillights. I don't care how much technology it has in it. Shut up about the round taillights. Seriously, I've loved Corvettes since I was a kid. My dad has a 1967 Corvette convertible Stingray 427 big block. It is an absolutely gorgeous car. It is one of my favorite cars of all time, probably my favorite car of all time. I'm a bit biased, but I don't give a crap about round taillights. The Corvette doesn't represent round taillights. Round taillights were just part of the Corvette. It's not the first time they went away, so that always bothered me. Sorry to rant about that, but it drives me crazy when I go to these Corvette shows and the old men are like, well, I just wish I could fix my taillights. I'm gonna get one of those aftermarket kits. Yeah, and it's gonna look awful because it's a stupid aftermarket kit. You have vents by the taillights that are functional, Grandpa. Maybe you should look it up. Anyway, sorry. But, GM has the Corvette. They've made some very good-looking cars and trucks. Ford, the new Mustang, I would say it's polarizing. I like parts of it. I don't love the whole thing. The front end, the face looks a little sad. It looks a little sad, like, oh, I'm a Mustang. Oh, I wish I was a better car. But it's got a good stance to it. The butt's a little droopy, but it's definitely got style if you like it. I don't know. It just occurred to me I'm wearing the same shirt I was wearing in the last video. Oops, gave it away. I filmed both of these on the same day. Oh well. Forgive me. I have a real job. I just do this for fun. So the Mustang looks pretty good. The Ford F-150, not so much. But I think the small cars, the Fiesta and the Focus, look great. They're great looking small cars. Dodge, obviously, the Challenger and the Charger look good, but they're getting a little old, and they account for almost all of Dodge's sales in the United States, which I don't think is a good thing. I'm not an economics expert or a business major, but I really don't think that's a good business strategy when your muscle cars account for all your sales and your small cars are, kind of crappy. The German cars, by and large, are very good looking, although I'm starting to wonder about the whole, sport utility trend that the BMW X6 started. Personally, I think it's really dumb. Super dumb. What happened to you? Did you get punched repeatedly in the face before you bought this car? Dumb. If you have that kind of money, I suppose you don't care. But I would also like to think that if you had that kind of money and you didn't win it in the lottery or steal it from a mobster, you would have the common sense to buy something that had a modicum of functional ability, practicality, whatever you want to call it. Not a giant jacked up fastback coupe, as they say, even though it's clearly not. That is just dumb. You should have bought a wagon. You should have bought a Cadillac CTS-V wagon from the previous generation, which is one of the coolest cars ever to come out in the past couple decades. But you didn't. You bought a giant German SUV that is made to go very fast around corners and not carry a single thing or go off-road at all, which makes about as much sense as Donald Trump, and that's saying nothing at all, not any sense. He's horrible. And I'm sure I'll get comments, no, Donald Trump should be the president, whatever, feel free. Blast away in the comments section, internet troll, Donald Trump fan, have fun. But the Japanese automakers, let's start with Toyota, because Toyota is the most egregious offender. Have you seen pictures of the new Toyota Prius? I'm going to put one up here. I'm going to let you gaze at this picture, and you tell me if that is not the most hideous car since the Pontiac Aztek. I mean, it might be, and I'm going out on a limb here, and you let me know what you think, it might be uglier than the Pontiac Aztek. Seriously, I'm not kidding. At least the Pontiac Aztek started Breaking Bad, which is a fantastic TV show, and if you've never seen it, you should. But this car might be the ugliest thing I've ever seen, ever, okay? Ever, in my life. It is a wretched looking car. And Nissan, not doing a whole lot better. Honda, overstyling everything. Overstyling their cars, overstyling Acura. Nissan, overstyling the Maxima, overstyling the Murano. It's like, dude, enough. Stop. Put the pencil down. Stop drawing. The car is ridiculous. Here's how I describe the new Nissans, the Hondas, and the Acuras. I see them and I go, huh, that's cool, but I would never own one. I would just look at it from far away and go, wow, neat, interesting. If you own one, I'm sorry, I'm not making fun of you. I'm just saying I don't really get it. And I'm a rather out there, brash, opinionated kind of guy, if you haven't been able to tell so far. So just do not get it. Also, Nissan's design language in particular doesn't really translate across their whole range. I don't know if you've seen their little Versa sedan or the new Sentra. It basically looks like they took the Maxima, scaled it down to make the Ultima, and then they left it out in the sun too long to melt. And as it slowly melted, they got the Sentra, and then when it was almost completely melted, they got the Versa, which is a hideous small car. You set it up next to, you know, the Ford Fiesta. Oh my God, it is just awful looking, all right? So what is going on over there, guys? You might have noticed, I haven't mentioned one automaker though, Mazda. Whatever Mazda's doing, they're doing right, because their cars are pretty much without fault gorgeous looking across the entire range. The CX-5 is a great looking little SUV. The Mazda 6, very nice looking car. The Mazda 3, especially in hatchback form, I mean, it looks like an Alfa Romeo. It is so good looking. The curves and the lines, they flow, they're simple, they're clean. They just look fantastic. So whatever Mazda's doing, please, other Japanese automakers, follow suit. Honda, I love you guys. I've always been a Honda fan. But seriously, cut it out. The new Civic, I mean, look at it here. Okay? The new Civic. Stop. Just stop. There's too many swoops, too many lines. You're putting the little bars in the grill like it's an Acura, but it's not an Acura. And the Acuras are ugly anyway. So give up, please. Stop. Look at the Mazdas, copy them, whatever. That's what everybody does anyway. They just copy designs that work. BMW and Mercedes. No new ideas between the Germans at all. So that is, my take on the Japanese styling boom. Now, somebody will probably say, well, what about Lexus? What about Lexus? They're ugly as sin, all right? It looks like a blowfish that got punched in the face. Like, what are they doing? They're supposed to be a luxury automaker competing with the Germans, and they went from stately and dignified to blowfish, fish face, punched upper lip. I don't even know how you would describe it. It is terrible. The new Lexuses are terrible. And then they started sticking that front end on the big car like the LS and their SUVs, and it's like, what are you thinking? I mean, it looks awful. All right, so yeah, that's what I think about Lexus. Now, Infiniti, they have some potential, because the small Infiniti sedan, which was like the Q40, Q50, Q60, I can't even keep up with their names anymore. The small, we'll call it the small Infiniti sedan, because I forget what number they're on now. I have a friend who has one, and it's a very good looking car. But the other Infiniti sedan, they all look alike. They're just copying it, stretching the wheelbase out. If they can apply that design language across the board, I think they'll be on to something. I think they will have a good looking range of cars. And if they can get their SUVs to follow suit. But that's an if, and I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. They only have 2 models now or something. I know it's more than that, but it's not many. Hey, look, someone had to pull in behind me. How's it going there, Nissan? So yeah, they only have a few models, but that was my little rant about Japanese car design. I don't know what's going on with it. It's pretty terrible. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, share the video around, and if you didn't enjoy the video, let me know why. Remember, constructive criticism here. We're not talking about how ugly I am. I know, I have mirrors in my home. I'm aware, all right? Although not as ugly as that guy that just drove by. Anyway, have a good one, guys. I'll talk to you later. Peace.